Hey, good afternoon, morning, afternoon. It's 11:30. We're at Mr. Albert's house. This is a repairability attempt for the adjuster watching at Farmers. As you can see here, we have one damaged shingle. You can see where the sealant's broken. You can see where it's got that crease at the top. I'm going to show you guys the tools I'll be using today. All-in-one State Farm roof snake, precision nail puller, hammer, and just regular roofing nails. So what I'm going to do is just use the flat end of this roof snake as designed. I'm going to pop the seals just directly above, so you can see that for the adjuster watching, these are the 3 tabs that are going to be replaced here. We're going to give this a good shot attempt at a repair. And I'm just going to, carefully break all the seals on these shingles. For the adjuster watching, it goes 2 courses up, pretty easily separated. Now, before we get started pulling nails or anything, let's get a good overview, kind of starting here. So come up close to it, and you see how we're in the frame right here. We got the damaged shingle down here at the bottom. We got the 2 courses, and we're just gonna slowly work our way down here. As you guys can see, this is the area that's affected. When we start pulling nails, this is the area that we'll be pulling nails from. All right, so let's get a nail pulled out of this one right here. Let's get a good before this. All right, and you got the during. I'm just gonna lift it just slightly. And we're gonna pop that nail. All right, we're gonna give it a good tap. And just like in a brittle test, you can see, this shingle, you can see up here, if you follow my finger, you can see where that creasing is pretty apparent up at the top there. You can see where it's losing the granules from brittleness. All right, as we go on to the next one, let's look at this one. Let's get a good before. All right, we got the during here. This one's got 2 nails in it. I'm just lifting it slightly enough. And you can see the during. You can see where those granules are falling off right up there at the top. I'm gonna pop one out. Pop the second one out. All right, we just want to go ahead and remove these nails. Most repair guys aren't this careful. Notice I'm not cranking back on the shingles or anything. We're just going to give it a good tap. And if you can follow my finger up here at the top, you can see where that brittleness has caused cracking on the shingle. All right, and we're on to the next one. Let's get a before that. There's the during. All right, and just like in a brittle test, you follow my finger up here at the top. We're gonna give it a couple taps just to knock off those loose granules, and you can see where that shingle is actually broken as well. All right, and we're on to the next one. This should be the last shingle in the first course. All right, we're gonna lift it just slightly, just enough to be able to dig that nail out. And you can see the shingles around it; they're just falling apart. All right, let's pull that nail out. Give it a tap just like in a brittle test. And if you follow my finger up here at the top, you can see where that shingle has actually suffered some fracture in the matting as well from brittleness. All right, on to the next one. All right, let's get a good before this one. We're on to the second course. All right, we got the before. I'm gonna lift it just slightly. There's 3 nails in this one. I'm gonna pop one. Pop 2. All right. And the last one. And then it's not cranking back on these shingles. Just enough to be able to pull these nails out. 1, 2, and 3. Get this twig out of the way. And just like in a brittle test, I'm gonna give it a couple good smacks just to knock off those loose granules. And you can see up here at the top of the shingle, you can see where that brittleness has actually caused cracking on the fiberglass matting. All right, we're on to the next one. Let's get a good before this. All right, I'm gonna lift it just slightly, just enough to be able to dig that nail out. All right, just like in that one, it seems like there was some granule loss here, but you can see after lifting the shingle and pulling the nail out, you can see where that fiberglass matting is actually cracked and broken. All right, on to the next one. Do the last one in the second course. 2 nails in this. I notice I'm only pulling the shingle up about 30 degrees, not 45, not 90, only about 30 degrees, at most 45. I'm gonna pop that one out since there's 2. I'm gonna go ahead and dig this one out. All right, 1 and 2. Let me give it a good couple smacks, and you can see kind of running through the center of this right here. You can see it specifically on this side. Let's get a wider view of it. Yep, and then let's get a closer view. If you follow my finger up here at the top, you can see where that fiberglass matting is actually cracked and broken as well. That should just be out with the old. All right, and in with the new. But before I put the new one in, I want to do a visual inspection of the underlayment. Kind of clear up my work area. Let's get some of this debris out of the way. I'm gonna do a visual inspection of the underlayment, as there was a wind damaged shingle here. And you can see pretty clearly here. If you kind of can get under there, you can see clearly here where this bubbling is moisture held in this underlayment. The underlayment also needs to be replaced. But the scope of work is for shingles only. So what we're gonna do is just out of the old and with the new. Even though that underlayment does have some wind-driven water damage to it from the wind that damaged the shingle. And then what I'm gonna be doing is I'll be moving kind of fast here. I'm just gonna be knocking nails in wherever I pull one out. Now, if there are multiple nails in one course, I'm only gonna put one back. All right, so just lift it slightly. I'm using this roof snake to minimize any kind of lifting. All right, on to the next one. And start the nail and then drive it home. All right, on to the next one. As you can see here with each hammer blow, the granules are really just coming off where that fiberglass matting is cracked. On to the next one. All right. On to the next one. Drive it home. This one. All right, drive it home. And this last one has 2. So for the adjuster watching, as I'm driving this last nail home, we were able to switch that one shingle out, but at what cost? As a contractor, we're looking at, you know, is this something that is going to protect the homeowner's home? Is this something that we can warrant? That nail kind of bent, so I'm going to redo it. All right. Because there was a wind damaged shingle here, we did a visual inspection of the underlayment. It showed bubbling. It showed that it was holding moisture, for one. Number 2, you can see where functional damage is now caused by the repair or replacement of that one shingle. We've essentially switched one damaged shingle out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damaged shingles. As all of these now have broken fiberglass, they're no longer functional. The next 15-mile-an-hour wind that's going to come by is going to snap these back. This is not something as a contractor we can put our name on. We would ask that farmers would review this video and would take care of the homeowner, is to not have a roof that's irreparable try to be spot replaced. Thanks.